With the 75th pick in the 2012 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Russell Wilson, quarterback, Wisconsin.
I like this pick. I like this kid. I'm jealous of Seattle. I wish I could coach this kid. 74% completion basically this year. Set an NCAA record for passing efficiency. How many kids master an offense at NC State, show up at Wisconsin, and take the team to the Rose Bowl? They're 2 Hail Marys away from being a national champion. The kid runs 4.50. He can run. You can put some creative passes and runs in for Russell Wilson. He can really hurt you scrambling. He plays his best football when the game is on the line. He has tremendous anticipation and touch, a lot of courage. If I were Matt Flynn and Tavares Jackson, I'd be leery of this kid, because if you give him a chance, and look past the 5'11" or 5'10½", whatever it is, if you give this kid a legitimate chance to win the job, he'll win it. That's how much confidence I have in him. I love his workout, spent a lot of time with him. He can lead your football team. Can he throw the wet football? If it's going to be rainy up there, Russell, if you're listening to me, get some of those gloves and get used to throwing it in the wet rain. But I like this pick a lot. Really made an impression on me, obviously.
So much of the quarterback position is leadership and intangibles. And I asked him recently when I sat down and talked to him, I said, how were the guys in Wisconsin when you came in from another school for 1 year after they had just won? How did they welcome you? He said, you know, I walked in and I called a team meeting. I said, you did what? He said, I called a team meeting. I told him, hey guys, I know this is a strange situation, but I'm here and I'm here to win, and I want to win. And he said they respected me for doing it. From that point on, I was the leader of the football team. He was a captain, just walking in off the street. Not many guys are able to do that, Mel.
No, and I think when you look at them, when you talk to teams and you said character, they couldn't go any further than 15, 20. Scale 1 to 10, 15, 20. I haven't heard that much. When you talk about quarterbacks over the last 30-plus years, boom. John, you've talked about quarterbacks forever. Have you ever talked about a character being off the charts for a kid who's got that kind of ability, throwing the ball? I mean, this kid certainly will get a chance. You talk about whether he's an accent piece, whether he's a guy who has to come in for an injured quarterback, whatever it may be. Can he be a full-time starter? It's going to be very interesting to follow the progress throughout his pro career of Russell Wilson.
He's better than a lot of players that are left in this draft. I think a lot of coaches, you just saw Broyles get picked by the Lions. Broyles, Russell Wilson, these are better football players than players at other positions. That's no disrespect to anybody. Plus, maybe Russell Wilson will grow, Mel. Maybe he'll grow another 3 or 4 inches. Maybe he's a late bloomer.
Well,
I like this guy, man.
It rains a lot in Seattle. That usually makes things grow. But that's not the point. Seattle now has every quarterback who played in Wisconsin last year other than Aaron Rodgers. They got Flynn, they got Russell Wilson, and Seattle's had a really one of the most intriguing drafts of any of the teams. I mean, you got to look at that. Mort, Russell Wilson on the Seahawks.
You know, when Russell Wilson came into ESPN to visit us a couple of weeks ago, and on our NFL 32 set during the commercial break, I told him, you're going to be a Seattle Seahawk. Now, I couldn't guarantee that, but John Schneider, the general manager of the Seahawks, has had a love affair with this guy for a long time. And Schneider comes from the Green Bay Packers organization, where he was raised, where they draft quarterbacks all the time. They have certain attributes. One of those attributes, and you mentioned the rain boom, is large hands. Russell Wilson had the largest hands of the quarterbacks in this draft, like 10¼ inches. Also has long arms, high release, all those things, plus the intangibles that John Schneider absolutely loved for the Seahawks going into this draft, and he's got them now. So it's falling with that Packers tradition where Schneider came from.
Mort, let me ask you something. What, are you the Swami now? You predicted this 2-3 weeks ago. Is that it?
Well, I think people were aware that Seattle liked him. It was just a matter of where do you take him. I think that the people that like Russell Wilson got nervous when they heard Coach Gruden talk about him going at the bottom of the 2nd round.
Yeah, right. Wait, nice comeback, though, Mort. And when we come back here at the draft, we're going to talk to Russell Wilson, who's been, you can see, a great sport throughout it all. Reminds me of what a great sport Thurman Thomas was. We had cameras on him in '88. That turned out okay.